Здравейте! Вие сте с Българска музикална работилница. Днес ви представяме Джеф Стратън, който изработва електрически цигулки. Цигулки, които са доста по-различни от всичко, което си представяте в момента и след малко ще разберете защо. Джеф, ще ни разкажеш ли повече за себе си и за цигулките, които изработваш?
Hi, my name is Jeff Stratton. As she said, I make electric violins. And for you English speakers, what's going on here is I will be attending the Bulgarian music workshop coming up on September 29th. And it's a great pleasure for me to be there and do that and show my work. I have been making electric violins for about maybe 25 years. And I'm most well known for the design of the skull violin. And the greatest thing about this design is that it attracted other artists. And they contacted me. Like, this violin is hand painted by a Bulgarian artist named Kirill Petrov. And it opened up a whole new possibility for me in my designs. This violin is another example of that. This is a collaboration with an artist from Kazakhstan named Sergey. If I could say his last name, I would. But he and I kind of have worked on this together, and we're really happy with how it turned out. Again, I'll be showing this at the show in Sofia. I've been living in Bulgaria for approximately 10 years. My workshop is located in the village of Zdravец. And that's about that. I really enjoy living here and have enjoyed meeting the people so far.
Само тези два инструмента ли ще представиш на събитието?
Не. I'll have these two instruments, and this one will actually be finished. You know, this is without any color or lacquer on it. So I'll have this at the show, and I'll also have this model. And this, I introduced this maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. I call this the gypsy model. And it's a very rustic look in the violin. I like this old wood kind of rustic kind of look, and a lot of professional players like it because the sound isn't dependent on the shape or how the wood is made, and they're tough. You know, you can beat them around. If you're a rock star playing this violin and drop it on stage, it's not the end of the world like with a classic violin.
Посетителите на събитието ще имат ли възможност да ги тестват?
Yes, I will actually have my personal violin with me at the workshop, and people would be able to test it and play it. And I'm sure there'll be amplifiers there and all this, because these are only electric. They produce very little sound acoustically.
Джеф, ще споделиш ли каква е причината, която те доведе в България?
My wife is Bulgarian. And it's a really, really long story. We can talk about that later. But basically my wife is Bulgarian. And I was planning on leaving the States in 2008. I was looking for another place to live. I was going to go live in Bali. And I met my wife, and that all changed. So I came here. And it wound up being the perfect move for my business because all of the wood that I use is actually native to Bulgaria. The necks are flame maple from here, and this is sycamore from Bulgaria. So almost everything I use is actually from here in Bulgaria. So I'm really happy with the decision. And I got lucky because my wife didn't like the States.
Твоите цигулки с дизайн на череп са световно известни. Как достигна до идеята за създаването им?
Oh, that was a long time in the making. At the university, I was an art and music major, and I had the idea to make a violin for myself maybe 25, 30 years ago. And I first had the idea to do a face, you know, to make faces, and I could do different faces on the violins. And it was kind of complicated, and one day I was just playing around, and it was almost like I took the skin off. And what's underneath the skin was just the bones, and it wound up looking really cool. So I just kind of developed that and stuck with it. And over time it evolved into this shape, and I do quite a bit of different shape. The most popular texture I do is this old wood pirate ship kind of look. So people really like that.
И накрая един малко по-любопитен въпрос. Какво най-много ти харесва от живота в България?
Oh man. Oh, I could write a book about how much I love living here. But mostly I would say it's the people. I mean, the people are very friendly. I enjoy traveling around the country, the mountains, the wine, the culture, the dancing, the cultural dancing and singing. I really enjoy it. Like living in Zdravec, I live in a village, and everybody knows everyone here. You know, and it's a great community. People are very friendly. Now, we've been here enough. We know all these people. But really, it's the simple life. You know, in this village, people still have donkey carts. You know, shepherds still have to take the goats and sheep out into the field. And it's just beautiful. And you just don't have that anywhere else. I mean, it's just a simple, calm, perfect life.
Какво беше първото нещо, което научи на български?
The first word I learned in Bulgaria, you probably don't want to hear that. But one of the funny things, my Bulgarian is a little not so good. It's a very difficult language to learn. Especially when you're older, your brain stops working like that. But one of the funniest things was I go to a gift shop in Varna anytime we go to the States to buy presents for the family. And the woman there kind of recognizes me because I've been there. In the beginning I was there a lot because my wife and I were going back and forth. So we were going to a family reunion, so I need a lot of gifts. And everybody in my family loves the Bulgarian pottery, this style of coloring the plates and cups and all that. So I bought a lot of stuff. And, you know, she was like really happy because I'm spending a lot of money. So her son was there, and he speaks English. And she's using the calculator, getting all this thing up, and she looked at me and told me the amount, and I was like, "Daj mi odstupka." And she was like, oh my God. And I told her, I'm like, I'm amerikanec od Varna. And we laughed so hard, it was just so funny. So that's a memory from my speaking Bulgarian.
Благодаря ти за гостоприемството и за интервюто, което даде за Българска музикална работилница. Всички, които се интересувате от музика, музикални продукти и музикални услуги, заповядайте на 29 септември Joy Station, Българска музикална работилница 2018. Останете до края на видеото, за да видите логата на всички, които ни подкрепят. До скоро!
Чао!